Think about, we are all different and have our own path in life. In a world rich with diverse cultures and perspectives, Buddhism stands out as a beacon of wisdom and kindness. It offers valuable lessons on navigating through pain and disappointment. Feeling angry or wanting revenge when wronged is a common reaction. However, Buddhism encourages a shift in perspective, advocating for inner peace and a compassionate heart. Understanding Buddhism's approach to harm involves grasping its concept of suffering, which it views as an inevitable aspect of existence, encompassing both physical and emotional pain. Recognizing our pain as a form of suffering can help us acknowledge and navigate through difficult times. Buddhism has this remarkable teaching: to let go of our feelings of anger and spite. Holding on to them only amplifies our own suffering without benefiting anyone. It advocates for the power of forgiveness, which isn't about condoning someone's wrongdoings, but about breaking free from the grip of negative emotions. As Buddha wisely pointed out, clinging to anger is like consuming poison and hoping the other person suffers. In reality, it's us who end up hurting. Compassion is a cornerstone of Buddhism, emphasizing our shared human experience, even with those who harm us. Practicing compassion allows us to see the interconnectedness of our lives, providing insights into the possible pain that led others to act harmfully. Through the practice of metta or loving-kindness meditation, Buddhism offers a way to soften our hearts and grow more compassionate, sending positive vibes to ourselves, loved ones, acquaintances, and even our adversaries. Buddhism also delves into the concepts of non-attachment and detachment, teaching us not to be overly bound by our desires for things, people, or even our identities. Holding on to hurt and anger when wronged only intensifies our suffering. Embracing non-attachment means releasing these binds, not out of indifference, but to prevent external circumstances from disturbing our inner tranquility. A pivotal Buddhist principle is the transience of all things. Everything, including our emotions and others' actions, is in constant flux. Recognizing that the pain inflicted by others is temporary can aid in alleviating our suffering. Contemplation on this impermanence can facilitate the process of letting go. Misconceptions about karma abound, yet in Buddhism, it's seen not as a system of punishment and reward, but as an understanding that every action has repercussions. This perspective helps in overcoming desires for retaliation or holding on to grudges. By opting for compassion, we not only heal ourselves, but also create positive ripple effects, potentially guiding those who have hurt us towards a better path. The concept of the middle way holds significant importance in Buddhism, emphasizing the importance of a balanced approach, especially when dealing with hurt. It encourages us to acknowledge our suffering without allowing it to dominate our lives. We recognize the harm done, but refrain from excessive retaliation. Instead, we choose a path of compassion and forgiveness, all while maintaining our dignity and self-respect. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in Buddhist practice, focusing on being present and fully engaged with our current experiences. It teaches us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations without judgment. This becomes particularly valuable when we're dealing with hurt, as it allows us to understand our feelings more clearly. Mindfulness reveals the narratives we construct around our pain and shows us how these narratives can intensify our suffering. By becoming mindful of these patterns, we have the opportunity to alter them. Self-reflection complements mindfulness by encouraging us to examine our own behaviors and responses. This introspection aids in gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves, enhancing our wisdom. With this self-awareness, we can respond to others' actions with greater compassion and forgiveness. Buddhism has wise teachers who can guide us when we're feeling hurt by someone's actions. These teachers can give us special advice and ways to practice that fit just right for our situations. They help us understand Buddhist lessons and how to apply them in our daily life, making our spiritual journey easier and more meaningful. Being part of a group that thinks like we do is really important in Buddhism. It's tough to handle feelings of being hurt all by ourselves. Being with others who share our beliefs can make us feel like we belong and support us when times are hard. We can chat with people who've been through similar stuff and learn from what they went through. Saying thank you for the good things we have is a big part of Buddhism. Even when someone has hurt us, remembering to think about the good stuff in our lives is key. Being thankful helps us notice all the nice things we have, like friends and family who care about us. Even when things are rough, being thankful can make us feel more positive and kind to others. Buddhism teaches us how to heal after getting hurt. This healing touches both our inner world, our thoughts and feelings, and our relationships with others. Healing inside means using meditation and being kind to ourselves. Meditation helps us stay peaceful and handle tough emotions. Being kind to ourselves means treating ourselves with the same care and understanding we'd give to a friend. Healing with others might mean talking to the person who hurt us if it's okay to do so. It also means making sure we're safe from getting hurt again by setting limits. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with being open to change and ready to grow. Sometimes we might even make up with the person who hurt us, if it's a good and safe idea. Making up doesn't mean things go back to exactly how they were. It's about admitting what went wrong and promising to do better. It means forgiving, but not forgetting, and deciding how we'll protect ourselves in the future. Finding peace with what happened is also a big deal. We don't always need the other person to find this peace. Sometimes it's about letting go of the hurt and moving on. Buddhism's ideas about forgiveness, caring for others, and not holding on too tightly to things help us find this peace. Staying patient and not giving up is really important when learning how to deal with being hurt in a smart and kind way. It's not always going to be easy, and sometimes we might feel mad or bitter again. But it's important to be gentle with ourselves and keep moving forward. Keeping at it, even when things get tough, is what perseverance is all about. Buddhism shows us that growing as a person isn't a straight road, and it's okay to have ups and downs. What's important is that we keep trying to be kinder and more forgiving. Buddhism also helps us see that we get to choose how we react to being hurt or upset. By choosing to forgive and be kind, we stop the cycle of hurt and help ourselves and others heal. Our choices can encourage others to be wise and kind too, making the world a nicer place for everyone. Living in the moment is a big idea in Buddhism. When we're hurt, it's easy to keep thinking about the past and all the bad things that happened, or to worry about getting hurt again in the future. But our real power is in the now. Staying focused on the present lets us make careful choices about how to deal with our pain. Being in the now also helps us see the good things around us, even when times are hard. Buddhism shows us how to turn our pain into something positive. When we get hurt, it's actually an opportunity to grow stronger, more caring, and wiser. Instead of looking at pain as something that stops us, we can see it as a step that helps us improve. Meditation is a big deal in Buddhism and offers different ways to handle pain. There's mindfulness, which helps us stay present, and loving kindness meditation, which teaches us to send good thoughts to ourselves and others. Then there's vipassana meditation, which gives us insight into suffering and the fact that everything changes. There's also concentration meditation, which quiets our minds and helps us not get too upset. Meditation is a way to take care of our minds and hearts, helping us feel better and more at peace. Buddhism also tells us about how everything is connected. It's like we're all parts of a huge net. When someone hurts us, it's a moment to remember that what they do touches not just us, but the whole net. Knowing this helps us see why it's important to care for everyone's happiness, not just our own. It encourages us to be kinder because we understand that what we do affects everyone connected to us. The biggest aim in Buddhism is to reach enlightenment, where you're full of wisdom and kindness and free from any pain. When we forgive and treat others with kindness after they've hurt us, we're moving closer to this goal. Each step of kindness and understanding we take helps us grow and gets us closer to enlightenment. This journey helps us and everyone around us. So, when someone does something hurtful, remember you can choose to react with love and kindness. Buddhism tells us that true peace is something we find inside ourselves, and we already have what it takes to overcome hurt. By picking forgiveness and kindness, along with everything else we've talked about, we can find peace and grow as people. It's not always easy, but the benefits are worth it. It leads us to a place of strength, healing, and deep spiritual discovery. As we deal with tough times and hurt, let's keep in mind what Buddha said: hatred never ends through hatred, but through love alone. This is a timeless truth. Buddhism invites us to live by this truth and answer hurt with love and kindness, making our lives and the world a better place. Embracing the teachings of Buddhism, we can further explore the powerful practices of patience and resilience in our lives. Understanding that the journey toward healing and forgiveness is a marathon, not a sprint, encourages us to embrace each moment with grace and patience. This part of our journey invites us to reflect deeply on our reactions and to choose a path marked by wisdom rather than impulse. The practice of patience isn't just about waiting out the storm of emotions, but actively engaging in a process of self-healing and understanding. As we cultivate patience, we also develop resilience, enabling us to bounce back from the adversities of life with a stronger, more compassionate heart. This resilience is not innate, but cultivated through our dedication to practicing mindfulness, compassion, and understanding the transient nature of our emotions and experiences. Further, Buddhism emphasizes the transformative power of empathy and interconnectedness. When we recognize that everyone, including those who hurt us, is on their own path of suffering and growth, our perspective shifts from one of isolation to one of collective humanity. This recognition allows us to extend empathy not only to those easy to love, but also to those who challenge us. Through practices like the loving kindness meditation, we send positive intentions not just to our loved ones, but also to those who have wronged us, understanding that their actions stem from their own struggles and pain. This deep sense of interconnectedness fosters a profound empathy, dissolving barriers of resentment and opening our hearts to a more inclusive love. By embodying these principles, we not only accelerate our personal healing, but also contribute to a more compassionate world, truly embodying the essence of Buddhist teachings on forgiveness and growth. Thanks for watching our video. We hope it inspired and informed you. If you liked it, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss our upcoming videos.